100 naira ko. Estamba seko.
And the Arabic language that is there, Christians are feeling like they are feeling sidelined. Like, how would they put Arabic there? Should they now bring up Hebrew language and put it also into the Naira note? And since we've accepted English to be our official language, I think everything on the Naira note should be English. Should have been English right from the start. Should have been English, because if you check the dollar note that I've seen, maybe I don't notice or something, but I know that there is no other language on that currency other than English. So I actually don't see them changing it now, due to, you know, the northern factor and the kind of Nigeria we are in now. I'm not sure if it will be changed. Maybe they would actually remove the Arabian, the Arab language there. And also some people are thinking, which picture? Some people are thinking that which person would be on the Naira note now, on the 1,000 Naira, on the 500 Naira, or the 200 Naira. So that's all concern for people as well. They are thinking maybe they will change it to maybe Obasanjo, or maybe some kind of legend in the Nigeria setting or something. But actually, I don't see that happening. I just think maybe the CBN will change the background or something. Or what do you think?
Well, like the like I don't think there is anybody in this country that is worthy enough to be on the Naira notes.
Wow.
Fact.
How?
Because which leader in this country do you think is worthy enough to be on the new Naira notes?
Well, maybe we should just leave those ones that are there already. Just leave them
Just
there
leave them
and just change the background of the notes or
leave them there
something.
because the current is it Buhari you want to put on the Naira note? I'm sorry.
I didn't say that too. I didn't say
Or
that.
is it the past leaders? No.
Or is it Goodluck Jonathan you want to put on the
please
notes?
just leave whoever is on the Naira notes there like that. We love them like that.
Wow. Let's go to the next one. Again, Kanu files 20 billion naira suit against Malami. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has slammed another 20 billion naira suit against the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Kanu, through his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, stated that the AGF defamed the IPOB leader when he claimed that the latter jumped bail and had asked for 20 billion naira for damages. This is coming barely 4 days after the initial 20 billion naira suit filed by Kanu against Malami was discontinued. However, in the latest suit dated November 21, Kanu demanded compensation following alleged defamatory and libelous claims against him. Now, I think a few days ago, Kanu has filed this same 20 billion naira suit against the AGF of Nigeria, which is Malami, because he made some kind of derogatory and defamatory statement that he wanted to jump bail or something.
I feel like this man has really suffered a lot. Yes, so he deserves, if he can charge even the federal government itself, he should, because he has really gone through, he's currently going through a lot, and he has gone through a lot in the hands of Nigerian government. The courts like released him, like he was acquitted.
Yes.
And the government acts like, no, this man can't be in society. Is a threat. Is a threat to the peace of the society. How is he a threat? And they said all manner of things against him. Even we don't even know which one to believe. Yeah. Even if we don't know if this thing they are saying about this man is true, even though he did some of those things. Okay. But then they have said a lot of bad things about this man, and it was still this Malami that keeps coming out. It was even still the one. They're like, no, this man is a threat to the peace of the country. Like I said, I feel like they want him to remain in custody till after election, because they feel he's going to be a threat to the Igbo society group or something like that. So they want him to be in detention till after election, so they can be able to achieve what they want. Just like what they did to Sunday Igbo. I think he and Sunday Igbo, they have some kind of similar. Of course, they are like freedom fighters to their region. As Sunday Igbo is to the southwest and east to the southeast. I don't feel like they are doing something, but they say like some things are not going well in the country. And they just this is what we want. We can't continue like this. Of course. Just like we can't continue to like keep voting in bad leaders. Of course. So they decided to make a choice, like this is what we want. We should do it this way. And they were doing it peacefully. Yeah. Until the one of Sunday Igbo, they barged into Sunday Igbo, was killed like 3 persons or so like that. Yeah. And they damaged his properties. And I don't think they gave him the money court told federal government to give him. They didn't give him the money. I'm not sure. Even this suit that Kanu filed against Malami is not going to pay. This is Nigeria. Of course. He's not going to pay. Wow. All right, let's move on. All right. Atiku reveals details of what he discussed with CAN leaders in Abuja. Okay, he wrote, I have just concluded my interactive session with the Christian Association of Nigeria. It was a rewarding experience for me and the leadership of CAN. My policy prescriptions to recover Nigeria appears to align with the demands of the association greatly. We all agree that there needs to be a restructured Nigeria that will be more inclusive and more secure, with greater opportunity for citizens to feel their interests irrespective of tribe, tongue or mode of worship. Above all, I stress the inevitability of changing the change that has in the past 7 years plus led us to a socio-economic and political cul-de-sac. I thank the National Executive Committee of CAN for the opportunity to share my thoughts with them on the pathway to a new Nigeria. I look forward to other engagement with other critical stakeholders in the country in our quest to recover Nigeria.
Atiku revealing details of what he discussed with CAN leaders in Abuja. I think he said something about changing the change or something like that.
The change. I'm sorry. The change they have not been able to change in their party. Is that the change you want to bring to Nigeria?
I think changing the change, you can actually change, but like we were promised change before,
exactly.
But we didn't ask what kind of change. Is it positive change
or
negative change? Are we going to regret this change, or we are going to like be appreciative about this change? So we don't actually know the kind of change is coming up with. Because the person that said is bringing change that goes to the north to say that the northern people should only vote for their northern kinsmen, is that the kind of change he's planning to bring?
No.
Or someone that can bring down his tweets after he has been challenged by the northerners that they won't vote for him? Is that the kind of change we want in the society? Obviously, we don't want that kind of change. So I think he can just do better in his I won't call it lie, but I would call it maybe, well, in his kind of information passage techniques, should kind of just be a little bit truthful and just be objective, because most Nigerians' eyes are now open to so many things. We don't just take things like hook, line and sinker.
Exactly. And I feel like if this man should probably win the election, he's going to be more focused on the northerners.
Of course.
Do the bidding of the northerners. Because he's from the north.
Yeah.
And immediately he put up a post concerning the death of
Deborah Samuel. Because
of the messages he was getting, he had to put
it down. Yes.
Because of what? Why do you have to care about what? You are trying to like condemn the killing that was done to the girl.
Yes.
And because people were condemning you for condemning the way they killed the girl, you had to bring down your post just to satisfy the northerners.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't think that's the right way to go about it.
Well, it's not actually as if they condemned him, but they threatened not to vote for him. Like, you just lost my vote. From the north, then he actually pulled down the post, then saying that he didn't authorize the person who shared that post. No, you don't just come up with stuff and just come and lie to us here. We know the truth. We know that it depends on these people.
Actually think we are dummies.
Of course. That's what they think.
They actually think we are dummies. Like, we don't know what we want. Okay.
That is what they actually think, but we thank God. I think we should check some comments here. Gladys Oyabo, good morning to you all from ATL USA. Good morning, Miss Gladys. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss
May God Almighty have mercy upon Nigeria. Yes, so we've been praying since 1960. We've been praying since God knows when. But I just pray that Nigerians will become wiser now with their choices of candidate they vote for come February 2023. Now let's move on to the next one. Next one.
Okay.
All right. So who goes next?
You.
Okay. Now, fuel crisis looms over Buhari regime's new tax policy. Marketers warn. Olufemi Adewale, the executive secretary of DAPMAN, said at the maiden edition of the Platforms of Africa Continental Forum in Lagos that the tax would be put many firms out of business. Mr. Adewale said there were indications that a fuel distribution crisis may soon hit the country if the government implemented the new tax regime. It was emphatic that more than half of fuel marketing firms in Nigeria would close down if the tax burden were slammed on them. According to him, the imminent closure of businesses threatened the smooth distribution of petroleum products across the country. He added that the margins they made when fuel sold at 40 naira per litre were the same when the price rose to 160 naira per litre and 200 naira per litre respectively. He said the association had called on the government to give petroleum marketers access to foreign exchange at the official Central Bank of Nigeria rate to to enhance the supply and distribution of premium motor spirits (PMS) across the nation this Yuletide season. According to him, the shortage of foreign exchange (forex), coupled with several unauthorized levies and bad roads, make fuel importation and distribution burdensome for members. Fuel crisis. I think every Christmas season, there's always fuel crisis. Why has it always been so? Yeah, of course, some people actually experienced it this morning. Some people saw it. While I was coming, I saw people queuing in filling stations.
You need to see the traffic because the cars, so many cars, like they parked on the road just to get fuel, and there were some cars in the filling station itself. So they were like the traffic this morning was just.
So they actually affect the traffic on the road because
the cars they parked on the road was the traffic warden. They were there to like control the traffic, but the traffic was still very uncontrollable because most of those car owners parked their cars outside, like a very long queue. And not only cars, as in people were also there with their kids and cars.
The NAPEP will be there, lorry,
and
so all kind of vehicles.
I don't know what can be done to this first scarcity in Nigeria.
This what was his name called? Olufemi Adewale, this executive secretary of that man said bad roads usually add to this burden of distribution of fuel, distribution of PMS diesel. They actually lift this thing with all these long vehicles. So when the road is bad, when it takes them time to reach there, and when their lorries break down, they actually spend money to fix them on those bad roads. And they won't just spend their money from their pocket, they would add it to the fuel money, which will increase automatically. So that's just it.
Even the transportation fee has increased too. It has increased.
And they will need to fuel that lorry that they will use. So they actually add all those fees to the amount they will sell the fuel per liter.
If you are going to work now and you're thinking you're still going to take bus with the amount you've been taking, that's a lie.
You're only deceiving yourself.
You're going to trek. Because I actually trekked this morning, because I was thinking I didn't go out with my card. I forgot my card, so I was thinking the traffic is not that much. But it was when I got to them, I was like, oh, this traffic is really much. So I was like, sir, how much is the ticket? It was like 300. I thought it's 100 naira. He said, where? Sure, you know, so that there is first scarcity. I was like, sorry, sir, okay, sir. I had to enter because I had to get to work. So it's really affecting a lot of, and it's going to affect prices of things in the market.
Of course,
it's going to affect everything.
It's going to affect everything because when you go outside now to buy anything, they'll tell you that fuel is now scarce.
Exactly.
So for them to buy their product, they're bringing it down to their store. They spend more money to buy fuel to fuel their vehicles to bring it down. So they'll add it to the commodities. So we are the ones that would actually pay this money.
All right. List of demand can leaders present to Atiku Okowa during Abuja meeting. Number 1, a restructured Nigeria. Number 2, security. Number 3, opportunities for citizens. And number 4, unity among all ethnic groups. And the last one, a new Nigeria. Change. Amazing. A restructured Nigeria.
Well, I actually like the way Khan actually presented their list of demands.
Was this the same thing that was presented to Tinubu had a meeting with them?
Yes, even Peter Obi had a meeting with them as well.
Was this the same list that was presented to all parties?
Well, it is PDP that actually reviewed what Khan presented to them. So I don't know, maybe the APC or the Labour Party will actually release theirs as well. But asking Atiku to restructure Nigeria. Well, I think that's just something else. I don't think it is achievable.
It's not achievable under PDP. I'm not trying to demean any party.
I'm just being factual here.
Yes.
From my point of view, because personally.
They keep having crisis in their party, which they have not been able to resolve. So is it the crisis in Nigeria that they will be able to resolve in the next? Okay, let's say was able to win the election in the next 2 years. Do you think the crisis in Nigeria can be resolved in the next 2 years under a new government.
Yeah, I'm even yet to see any northern political elite coming out to say they want to restructure the country. It has always been the southeast, southwest. The south is even actually some of them, that are agitating for Biafra also, and Yorubas too as well. Southwest agitating for Yoruba nation or restructuring, like let this country go back to the regional system of government. Like let us be federating units in like one enclosure, whereby every region or state will be able to grow at their own pace, not one state trying to grow and one other region dragging them back. I don't think any northern, as far as I know, I don't think any northern elite or politician has ever come out to say, okay, I would restructure this country or let us restructure this country. Like seriously, no, I've not seen it. And when it comes to security, the most insecure place in Nigeria now, factually, to be factual with everything, is the northern part of Nigeria. Though everywhere there is no secure place like 100%, but 100%. The most vulnerable place now is actually in the northern part of Nigeria. So an Atiku that has failed to actually secure Nigeria when he was the vice presidential, he was the vice president under Obasanjo, and then since then Atiku is very wealthy, he's rich. What has he done to his own even hometown to even secure them or their lives or something? So I don't even see him actually, because for someone to promise or to promise to do something, we have to check their antecedent. What has he done before to be able to determine what he will be able to do if trusted again. When it comes to opportunity for citizens, I can't think of any company or factory that he owns in Nigeria that employs people. I can't think of one. There might be. Even
if they should have, all these politicians, even if they should have any companies in it, do you think it will be for the citizens?
As well, it's the citizens that will work there.
I know it's the citizens, but these politicians, it will be their children or their friends.
Sure, that would add the place.
If you don't have connection, you can't work under these people. It's the fact. You have to like have a good connection. Oh, sorry, please. I was asked to come here by one Mr. Like,
link.
If you have to link you exactly, up. You have to link you up. You can't just go. Okay, like there is this lady online that was like, oh, if I'm going to like drop my CV anyway, I will have to be putting my picture so they can see like, oh, this girl is a very fine girl. We should employ her. Because now it is very, very hard to get a job. And even if you are going to get a job, it will be like a very peanuts pay that you'll be getting. So working under this, I don't think even if they should have any company, so people has company in Nigeria,
of course, that employs people,
and I'm very sure Peter Obi also has a company in Nigeria
as well,
and Kwakwaso as well. But then all these people, you have to like have some kind of connection,
as well,
little or no connection to work under them. If you don't have connection, it only takes the grace of God and favor for you to be able to work in those companies. Because in this Nigeria, you have to like work connection. If you don't have connection, I'm sorry, you're going nowhere. That's just it.
Wow.
That's why you have to be prayerful.
And number 4 is unity among all ethnic groups.
That's not possible.
The same Atiku, it's not as if I'm against Atiku, but
I brought down his post because of Northerners.
Exactly. I always like to hold people by their words, by their actions. That is what I will use to hold you any day, anytime.
Exactly.
And Atiku that pulled down his post against Deborah killing of Deborah Samuel, because he was threatened that the North wouldn't vote for him. That is one against him. Then he went to the North to say, only vote for Northerners, for your kinsmen. Is it the same person that would come and unite all the ethnic groups? Oh, he's not showing the signs now. We have to start seeing the signs now. We have to check his antecedent. Has he done it before? When has he ever supported maybe the southeastern part of Nigeria, or the south or the southwest? It's always about his people. So I personally, because of what he has done, I can't trust him with that to deliver that kind of thing. So let's go to the next one. Stakeholders to hold town hall debate for legislative candidates. With about 90 days to the 2023 general election, Order Paper Nigeria and its partners are set to hold the first ever citizens town hall and election debate for legislative candidates. Other Paper is hosting the event in collaboration with civil society partners, which include Fixed Politics Initiative, Enough is Enough, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, and the Center for Transparency Advocacy, CTA. The event is scheduled to hold on Monday, December 5, 2022 at Sandalia Hotel, Jabi, Abuja, and would play host to stakeholders in nation building. It would feature National Assembly candidates for the 2 House of Representatives seat and Looms senatorial seat in the Federal Capital Territory. All 18 registered political parties with valid candidates for the legislative posts have been invited for the event. The town hall debate thus presents an opportunity for the mandate seekers to showcase their legislative agenda ahead of the February 25, 2023 election and answer pertinent questions on a wide range of subjects, especially as relating to the interest of constituents, the organizers explained. Well, this is a new development and it is the first ever to be done in Nigeria. Calling out legislative candidates on debates and town hall meetings, I think is a good development.
It's a good development. That's if they will attend.
Of course, they must attend. I think all these developments all this kind of initiatives shouldn't come from the private sector. It should be more of the public sector, public institutions. Maybe the INEC ought to have a kind of body that will oversee this debate, whereby you have to attend only on health ground. You tender your health status. What's it called? You bring a proof that probably your health is not too okay or something like that.
Health ground. If they said only on health ground, this is Nigeria.
They
can fake anything. They can fake. I'm sorry, ex-governor of Ekiti State, that's Ayo Fayose. That time that it was to go to court, that he had to put something in his neck. Okay. These people actually think we are.
I was not shouting. He was in severe pain.
He was in severe. I don't understand. These people actually think we are. Or was it this other senator that he was supposed to attend? Okay, that he attended a court meeting, and he acted like as if he had a spinal pain. So when he got inside, he didn't know there were camera around. He had to start removing everything, and he was acting normal.
Oh, this NDDC chairman that fainted after he was being asked how he spent his 80 billion naira.
That fainted. Most of them are actually scared of, because they know Nigeria. Like, people have really woken up in Nigeria, and they are ready to throw any questions that is going to be for the well-being, for the everything of Nigeria. So they are scared to, like, oh, if I should attend this meeting now, if I should attend this, these people are
question crucify me.
Exactly, because Nigeria don't want shit again, because we don't want to go through another hardship of 8 years. This is too much.
Well, I actually think it's a good initiative, but if the INEC can come up with one, then they should not even give any room for people not to attend.
Exactly.
You must attend. You must. Everybody, if you are 100 candidates, come that day. They would give you time.
And they should allow. I don't know. Do we have youths represent like ambassador, like someone that represents the youth in the government?
Of course, there surely be.
Who is the person? The person has been influenced by like money.
Of course.
But I don't think the person. If someone like Mr. Macaroni is like a youth ambassador,
do you think they won't influence him?
Do you think he can be influenced?
There is nobody that can't be influenced to some extent.
To some extent, that's true. But then I feel he can't be influenced like that. He will definitely speak out.
Well, I think
like Mr. Macaroni, Mr. Fowles, and so like Renu, because there are some people in the country that did so well during the NSAS and they are still doing so well. Okay. That don't take shit from government. Is it Renu, Mr. Macaroni, Fowles, and so many? Aisha. Okay, can Aisha be influenced?
Well. Well, that's true. I think.
So that youth, I don't know who he is or who she is, but I think the person has been influenced because the person is not doing the right thing.
Actually, I think the majority of all these legislative candidates, if we should check them very well, at times some of them don't even know what they are going there to do. They don't even know their duties. I think now it's just a wake-up call for them. Maybe now they'll start checking their dictionary or their constitution.
This position and the name it carries, it's just like You know, when they tell you, oh, I'm this person, I'm this person.
Do not start calling you honorable, my honorable.
That
you know,
kind of
thing.
enters like,
yes, exactly.
Intoxicates them, like, oh, this is who
them.
I am. You have to respect me. I have connection. I'm in this office. I'm holding this office. Like, you have to respect me. It really intoxicates them.
Well, I think it's actually okay, but if we can just let the INEC, if the INEC can actually be doing this thing for the public, because this private sector, if they don't come, there's nothing they can do about it. Even if all of them don't attend it, there's nothing they can do. Just like the All Progressives Congress candidates didn't send anybody and didn't attend. That means they don't care about it, they don't honor it. But if it's the INEC that actually brings the initiative, maybe they will be compelled to actually come. So what's the next one? Alright,
the next one we have here is Lagos market leaders made Sanwo-Olu pledge support for APC. Governor approves business grants for 100 traders in each market. Alright, let's read. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has extended its ongoing political consultation to markets and community of traders across the states. The governor on Tuesday met with all market leaders in Lagos under the aegis of Association of Commodity Market Women and Men of Nigeria. The meeting was held at the Alawusa residence of their President General, Mrs. Folashade Tinubu Ojo.
Well, I actually don't see anything new in these updates. Lagos market leaders pledging support for APC. They have always been under the APC. So it's just like saying someone that is the beneficiary of a system is pledging support for that system. It's not news. That's all. To me, from my own point of view, if they don't pledge support to their benefactor, who are they supposed to pledge their support to? Is it people that are not benefiting or are not giving them anything? So,
and I feel I'm not trying to I think APC will still winning, like in Lagos State.
Well, from the polls that have been carried out so far, they've always been winning. Lagos State.
They've always been winning. Someone is actually trying in some part of Lagos State. He has really tried.
Yeah.
When you get to Ikeja has really changed.
Agege.
He has really tried. But there are some deep places that he hasn't really touched. I don't know, maybe they are not going to that places or they are not reaching that places. Some places is Igodo not part of Lagos State?
It's part of
Lagos State. Is the corridor not part of Lagos State?
Of course.
And there's so many places that they have not really touched. And there are some places, because they are not going into like some places.
To the deeper parts, into those rough areas, rural areas. Yeah.
Exactly. Because there are some places that have been flood has really damaged their properties and everything. So, well,
they say governance is not something you just do like in a day. It takes time. You can't even finish it. The next person would continue from where you stopped, and the next after that would actually continue. Yeah, I think that's all we have for you today, and we've come to the end of the program. Kindly endeavor to like, share, and subscribe to Flip TV for more latest update, and also do well to join Christian Chuku on Bystanders. Do have a great day ahead. Till we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.
100 Naira,